Coverage in the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
7 yards there and a first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. They get into the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Mayfield looks to throw. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Parkey's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though. Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Ball carrier.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. He's got his man, Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Browns 3, Bengals 0.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Airing one out for Boyd. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atoned for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Pistol, pistol, pistol.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
He's brought down at the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
On the tackle. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And now they will throw it with Burrow. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 3rd down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
The Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Burrow. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. This is taken at the 18. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon, as the first half is winding down, and the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. The Browns drive about to get started, and with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Burrow on play action. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First down, Bengals.
Burrow looking to pass. Open man is Ross, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From midfield now, Burrow got a man. It's Ross, complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Pickup. First down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Joe Mixon, the ball.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. First down. Here's Burrow. Points the target, and he has it over the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
It's a gain of 9.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 11-yard line.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
He was taken down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Check. 59. Let's go,
Now Joe Mixon. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Here's a run with Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Boston Cyber
Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Logan Wilson on the tackle. It's a gain of 8.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Mayfield now. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
At the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Browns 17. Bengals.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
1st down, Bengals.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Back to Mixon on 1st down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down now, Mixon. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Play action. It's Burrow sliding out of the pocket. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead.
Austin Seibert on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Austin Seibert.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
We got 4. We got 4.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
At the 21-yard line.
180. 58, come on. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win home. 58, boys, 58, Mike.
Mayfield off the play fake. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Mayfield to throw. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Bengals grab it, and they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, 1st and goal.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Bengals 28, Browns 17.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, man.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzama. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Cincinnati.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
47's the mic.
They'll give it to Mixon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the Browns' 8-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Mixon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
And goal.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
On for the point.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Austin Seibert set.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. One last shot for Mayfield here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Bengals, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff races. They're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.